All right, let's get my thoughts on what's going on with the market. Because yesterday late afternoon, actually more in the evening, I didn't look at the market or my phone for quite a while, and then when I looked at my phone, I saw a bag of trading view alerts, and I was like, oh my gosh, the market must have taken a dip. And why I thought it had taken a dip was because I was getting alerts on coins like Render and Solana and Matic and Neutron and Aptos, and I was just thinking, I put alerts on those ages ago, so for me to be getting alerted on that, we must have taken a big dip. The whole market's down. And then I came to the chart and I just looked at the Bitcoin, and I was like, Bitcoin's still in the same symmetrical triangle I've been tracking. If I go to the daily here, it's in the same symmetrical triangle. Nothing happened. And I was just thinking, okay, the alts bled. So the alts were bleeding. Now, let me tell you something. It's funny, I was speaking about this in my group. I was speaking in my group and I was saying I'm pretty much out of these trades here. I'm not trading much leverage, and I'm certainly not trading any spot at this particular time. A couple of days ago, I was saying this. And the reason why was because this drop right here, there was a bit of fear in the market. Let me use my arrows actually. On this drop here, there was a bit of fear in the market, this drop. Yeah. And the alts dropped alongside this short little dip here. The alts dropped as well, yeah. Now, on this bounce here, the alts went up a lot higher than Bitcoin did on that bounce. And I was saying to everybody in my group, I don't trust this because the alts are bouncing harder before Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's still in this trading range. It still hasn't decided what it wants to do, but the alts feel like they can go ahead and jump ahead of Bitcoin. They can't. Or at the very least, this is warning signs for me. Let me tell you something. Bitcoin's like mum, okay? It's mum, and she's taking all of the kids, which is the altcoins, all of the Solanas, all the Ethereums. You know, Ethereum probably like the oldest child. You know, Solana being a lot younger. Solanas, you know, as I said, the Cardanos and all the other coins, they're all the kids. And she takes all of them on a walk to the park. Okay, this is like the bull market. She's taking them on a walk to the park. Back down at the start. Yeah, okay, back down here in 2023 when she's decided to take the kids on a walk to the park. The kids ain't really making a move. We wait for mum. Mum walks out the door first and she tells everybody, we're going to go out. We're going to go out to the park. And they're okay with it. You know, they put on their shoes. You know, they've just come out of, it was a big rainy season out of this whole bear market, you know, and they're just waking up and, you know, kids are tired. And she makes her moves. We go sideways and the kids follow her rules. When we get to it's like she's getting to a main road. And then she gets to the main road. She stops. The kids wait for her, and then she crosses the road with them. She pumps first. She goes first. And she always does. Yeah. You see, when we started to get to this area here, okay, January 2024, the start of this year, it's like the kids started to cross the road before mum. All right. They're pumping a lot harder than mum. A select few. But you can see more the kids trying to cross the road the closer we've been getting up here. Okay, they've been trying to cross the road. Now this drop here, back to this drop where the arrow is. Mum stopped at the traffic lights again and said, stop, kids. They didn't stop. The bounce, they decided that they wanted to go higher than her. And I could see that on Total 2 and Total 3. And those are alarm bells for me. All right, obviously I'm using an analogy here. But like, I noticed a few bounces, Total 3, was a lot more higher in a bounce, okay? It increased a lot more than Total 1 or Total 2, okay? Those are warning signs for me because mum hasn't broken out. She hasn't crossed the road yet. And you guys keep going ahead. And it's like mum saying, get the fuck back. Get the fuck back. Don't cross the road without me. And if the kids keep doing it for long enough, she will rein the fuck in. She'll rein them in. Okay, no one's moving. And that's what happened. Okay, that's the best way to just look at it. They have to wait for mum. Okay, and they haven't been listening. So she reins them in. And that's my little rant there. That's my little analogy. So I was expecting something like that. I was out of it. The only trade that I did was a couple of days ago in an Ethereum short. It was an Ethereum short. Yeah, look, you can see it right there. The 50. I caught it on the 618 actually. Caught it on the 618. Excuse me. I'm not feeling too well. The 50% there. It was a gorgeous trade. I didn't expect it to break this low. I wasn't even looking at the market when it did all this. It looks like it's coming to retest. What it does, I don't know. I have no idea. But mum's got to decide what to do first. You got to wait on Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, the kids ain't been listening. So that's what it is. But it was a great time to pick up some altcoins yesterday, to be honest with you. I picked up a few. DCA time. You know, can we drop further? 100%. But like, nothing's changed. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm going to try and undo everything I've done here. But like, let's look at Bitcoin, yeah? Bitcoin hasn't broken any significant structure. I've been holding this. Pretty much holding the trading range. I know it looks confusing here, but just pay attention to this white box here. This trading range here. This trading range. The top of the trading range up here is where is this line here? This is at 73, the all-time high. Okay, all the way to this low here. Okay, at 59k. We've been trading in this range throughout the whole time. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. You know, I think there's a great quote which says like, investing is supposed to be boring. It's really supposed to be boring. And if you're getting excited off of investing, you're probably losing money. And it's a great saying, as well as the saying that, you know, the market is the transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. And, you know, I was waiting for those. I put those alerts on, and they came. They really did come. So where did my alerts come? What did they come on? I'm just going to do a quick, this is obviously, as I said, off the cuff. It's going to be a bit of a long video, but I'm not well. So let's see what I'm going to go here. So render kicked off. 50%. 50% kicked in right here. Okay. But don't worry, I wasn't paying attention to this 50% because render had already blown. I'm not interested. I'm just going to track it. I'm going to track this 50% here. Okay. I'm going to track this 50%, but I'm not interested in it because render's already pumped. This has been like the golden child. Look at this pump. That's ridiculous. This is from 8th of Jan. That's just the 8th of Jan. 322%. That's ridiculous. The start of the year. That's ridiculous. I'm not interested in that short-term 50%. So I'll get it from the bigger swing. And that's what this 50%, that's what that 50% was yesterday. Can all of this stuff drop? 100%. I've got another alert here on the 618. Of course it can. All right. That's things like render. What else was kicking off that I was looking at? Neutron, NTRN. All right. I wanted to get onto this ages ago. Look at that. Look at that. Broke its trend line. Get your trend lines on. I know that's actually hard to see. I don't know why it's green here. It looks terrible. But yeah, let's trick it to the 5-day chart, like closer to a week. Look at that. Broke the trend. Look. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Look at that. Out of the 618. All of those gains. Like, you got to be patient, man. You got to be patient. It could come all the way back down to this swing right here, because this is a new one. This is at 49 cents. That's Neutron. What else is I looking at? Render, Aptos, AP Aptos. I was looking at. I was liking the look of Aptos at some point, wasn't I? So Aptos is relatively new as well. Look where it came. Look where it came, right on the swing. All right, so let me remove that 50% and make it a bit cleaner for you. Look at the weekly. Look where it's stopped. Let's go to the daily. So it's trying to hold on to the bottom of my the weekly swing, support and resistance. Okay, where does that line up to? Lines up back here. What's this chart? A daily chart on Coinbase, and it lines back up with this here back in October 2022. Of course you want to get it there. Of course you want to get it here. Okay, this is an area of interest. Is it gonna hold? I don't know, but it's better than trying to get it all the way up here when everyone's speaking about it. Here when everyone's speaking about it. Be patient and wait. It'll come to you, and if it doesn't, be okay with it being gone. So yeah, that's fine. I think I picked up a bit of Aptos. I'm gonna need to go for my portfolio because I bought a bunch of stuff and I don't know what's going on really. So, but it's nice because it's just, I had a plan months ago and just leave it to it. You know what I mean? We'll see. What else is kicking off? You know what's done really good, and I've been saying it the whole time. BNB. BNB is a beast. BNB is a beast. BNB hardly dropped. Everyone likes to look at the shiny new stuff, but BNB is just so strong. It's got so many users. It's just it's a used layer 1, and its burning mechanism seems to be working really well. 595, look at that. 596 is where BNB is, nearly at its all-time highs. Nearly at its all-time highs again. It's fantastic. All right, is this an area you'd start to take profits? Hell yeah. Why not? Why not? Why not? Look at that. Beautiful. What else has been happening? So, all right, what's everything doing versus Bitcoin right now? So, I mean, yeah, they're continuing. They see, now you're waiting for mum. AVAX, this is all, actually, sorry, that's versus ETH. That's a lie. Sorry, I'm looking at all of these versus ETH. So, now, with ETH, one thing I did notice with ETH was behaving. It was a better child, I should say, because when we was having those bounces, ETH wasn't jumping as high as some of these other altcoins ahead of Bitcoin. Okay, it wasn't jumping ahead of mum. It's like the older child knew we gotta wait for mum. It's like the older child just saw the other kids running off, and ETH was shouting, "Hey guys, mum stopped. Mum stopped," and everyone kept on running away. Yeah, Bitcoin will rein them in. If Bitcoin drops as well, like we're still in this trading range. I'm back on Bitcoin again. Sorry, I'm jumping around, and that's just the way it's gonna be for this one. But like, Bitcoin can still drop down. Like it's pretty much tested this 618 here, yeah, and it's holding this 50, and it's holding the trend line. Nothing to worry about. It hasn't broken any of these lows. Hasn't broken any of these lows. We're okay, guys. Bitcoin's okay. Obviously, if you're in your altcoin, you're feeling it, but Bitcoin hasn't really broken structure. If mum breaks structure, trust me, you're in for a lot. You're in for a ride. You're in for a ride. You're in for a ride. All right. And if that little move there can do that to the alts, think about what if Bitcoin starts to break structure, closes below the 50%, and then falls out even just to the trading range, the bottom of the trading range at 59k. They'll also lose their minds. It's like the altcoins getting beaten. It's like mum just beat the shit out of them and said, "Don't run ahead of me again." And of course they will, but they'll get a beat down, and that will still be bullish. Will still be bullish even up until till 56k. Like, so the top of that trading range was that 60k. I'm gonna start using this a bit more. It's a bit easier to see, isn't it? Bam, that's the top of the trading range. Sorry, it's not the top of the trading range. On the lower trading range, the top and the bottom of it, that's your that's it there. The 50%, okay, which Bitcoin can get to, which is on this swing right here. That's this swing right here. And a massive retracement, the largest 50%, is down here. Okay, will it get that far? I don't know. Bitcoin's been doing 20% pullbacks. 20% sort of pullbacks, and that's kind of it really. So like from the most recent high, sort of like here, was 20%. It brings us roughly, the closest one is roughly, in between is 56 and 59k. But it could be a much deeper one. We might be in store for a much deeper one because these corrections have been small in comparison to previous cycles. So it's not so far-fetched for it to drop 20% down to 56k or 49k, but that's not to scare you. That's to just say, there's your areas of interest. Here's potentially your areas of interest, because I don't know what's going to happen. And maybe you just layer in, right? Maybe you layer in something like that. All right. A little bit there, some more there. And if we drop to the 618 or the 50% down here at 49k, you layer in some more. Or you don't want to do it like that. You just DCA in from now and don't give a damn. Okay. Just DCA in from now, and that's fine. But me, I like to get areas of interest. I like to snag up a little bit when it hits areas of interest, and that's what I did. So let's see, and that's just DCAing in. So we'll see what's going on. I'll get another video out when I get a bit better. But yeah, man, it's crazy out there. Don't worry. Bitcoin hasn't broken structure. The dollar went up. That's what I did notice. 106. Look at that breakout on the dollar. DXY. Okay, DXY broke out. So let's see what it does. Let's see if it's able to reach these sort of highs up here. I'll be paying attention to the DXY. I mean, but everything got hit, right? Tesla, Netflix, gold got hit. Gold got hit. Excuse me. Everything's been hit. Everything's been hit. So don't worry. It's not just crypto. It's not just crypto. So yeah, stay strong. Stay strong. Yes, indices, S&P 500. Yeah. Global markets. So a real international hit. Oh, there's my altcoins versus Bitcoin. I couldn't find this. Yeah. See? Ripped. ETH BTC. ETH was behaving. Let's have a look at ETH BTC. This isn't a chart that I was using for a while, so I don't know what's going to be written on this chart. Let's have a... Oh, shit. ETH BTC. Come on. Where are you? Summon the strength. ETH BTC. Okay, what was I looking at here? Oh, yeah. Look at that. See? So, yeah, my plan, Bitcoin, ETH, and then Solana and NEAR should say. Yeah. Now I remember. So we are coming down. Look at that. And remember I was talking about layering in here. All right. Now, would it have been good for ETH to just break out here? That would have been fantastic. But it hasn't. Okay. It has decided to come down. And it looks like it wants to come down and retest this 0.034 area down here. And maybe this trend line. Okay. But I'll DCA in. Now, everyone's sleeping on ETH. Don't sleep on ETH. Let me tell you that. Don't sleep on ETH. ETH has not been talked about. Grab onto it. All right. ETH is not being talked about. ETH has been listening to mum. Trust me. Don't sleep on ETH. Yeah. So keep that in mind for the next cycle. Hopefully we do have a bit more of a pullback, or Bitcoin straightens itself out and decides which way it wants to go. But don't sleep on ETH. Don't sleep on the ETH ecosystem. It's getting a lot of fun now. Uniswap, of course, being potentially sued by the SEC. Just don't sleep on ETH. Same way you shouldn't have slept on BNB, because BNB was solid gains. Do you know what I mean? It was solid gains. So such a less risky asset in comparison to some of these other altcoins. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. That's the idea. We haven't broken any significant structure on Bitcoin. It's fine. Your altcoins, you kind of got to decide what to do. I wouldn't necessarily jump out today or anything like that. You're better off holding, but it depends on what position you're in. Okay. Depends on what position you're in. I mean, I was in, you know me, I've been in Bitcoin for a little while. I'm way down there, so I don't really have much to worry about. So spot, take a chill, relax, see what happens for the rest of the days. If you're leverage and you're leverage trading, then yeah, you got your areas of interest there. You know, you got your areas of interest there. But when we're getting right into the end of this symmetrical triangle, I'm a bit more hesitant. Okay, I'm a bit more hesitant. Is there money to be made? Yeah, hell yeah. But you're gonna have to go into things like the 1 hour and trade those. But sometimes I stay out of the market. I know what my strategy is. You need to know when your strategy is most effective, and my strategy is less effective when we get into the points of the symmetrical triangle. I try to kind of stay out of it. Yeah, but stay blessed. Sorry for the long video. I hope this is useful to you. Peace.